Excuse me. So, Smallville's back on the screen. Collateral, which aired last night. Just finished watching it. They might as well have just called it The Matrix, or Smallville in the Matrix slash Inception, because that's pretty much what it was. Chloe is back. Allison Mack's looking very good, by the way. And I've seen, just want to briefly mention, I've seen the promo pictures for Fortune, where they go to Las Vegas, and again, damn, Allison Mack is looking fine, sporting a couple of guns as well. Woohoo, baby, bring that home to daddy. Anyway, enough about that. So yeah, obviously we all remember the end of Icarus, their so-called cliffhanger. Worst cliffhanger ever, by the way. Should have been Luther. Yeah, we eventually found out that it was the VRA who made them unconscious with the little triangle shaped thing that appeared out of the sand at Carter Hall's funeral. They've been under for about 3 weeks. Chloe has tracked them down to find out what's going on. She tried to wake them up, and every time she did that, they pretty much flatlined, so she had to reconnect them back so that they could stay alive. But the world that they were in was not real. We've been down this road before, many times, with The Matrix, of course, that is, and Inception, and other films that pertain to alternate realities, mind in another universe, reality kind of thing. You know what I mean. What you're seeing is not real, kind of thing. Chloe parading around the system like she was the architect from the Matrix movies again. She certainly had some moves as well. She went up against Dinah, and I tell you what, I love seeing chicks have a fight like that. There's just something that just gets me so excited, seeing two hot chicks, blonde chicks by the way, fighting like that. It's just awesome. It was awesome, yeah. And it kind of, when I was watching that fight scene between Chloe and Dinah, I just thought Neo and Smith. That was the first thing that popped up in my head. It was just the way that Chloe was moving with the whole one arm blocking maneuver. I just thought, yeah, too much of Neo up against Smith at the end of The Matrix. And then when she said that when she hacked into the system, how every 6 minutes it sends out an antivirus like program after her. First thing that popped into my head, guys wearing black, was agents. Again, The Matrix. Then there was the whole taking a leap of faith thing with Lois and Clark. Again, Inception. So in order for them to wake up from this mind control virtual reality world that they're in, Chloe basically takes them to the top of the Daily Planet. They've got to jump off, take a leap of faith, tell themselves that what they're seeing is not real, and then the portal is just before they hit the ground of the Daily Planet building, and then they're back in the real world. Clark, for most part, wouldn't believe it, wouldn't even trust Chloe. Oliver, being the dopey love dude that he is to Chloe, instantly trusted her. I actually did freak out a bit when I saw Chloe come through the wall of where Oliver was committed. I thought, Jesus shit, that looks scary. So yeah, that got me quite ooh, oh dear, what happened there, kind of thing. But yeah, Oliver somehow got himself committed, and there's me thinking, well, this is interesting. But then when Chloe showed up the first time, that's her basically trying to tell Oliver, look, what's happening to you is not real. You're making yourself believe that this is happening, but you've got to snap out of it. I mean, the dude was in a straitjacket, for heaven's sake. Eventually he gets out of it. Then Clark flies, but we know it's not real. It's not real. And I just thought, well, that's a moment for the Clois fans. They obviously want to see Clark and Lois fly. There you go. That's your moment. Done. Dusted. You're happy? Thank God. Move on. And then obviously when they are back in the real world, you know, Lois and Clark are having a little chit chat, and there's you know, it's what Clark said that really bothered me. You know, and this is what I've been saying all along since season 10 sort of started. Well, at least after a few episodes, particularly from Harvest. You know, you made me believe, you made me fly. And it's like, dude, actually no, I'm not even going to blame Clark Kent. I'm going to blame the writers and producers. It's like, guys, seriously, Lois makes Clark fly. You know where I'm going with that, so I'm not even going to carry on with it anyway. But the only thing that was actually missing from this episode was Clark dressed up in his black blur setup and then having a pair of dark glasses. I think that would have completed it. Because it's one thing to do a parody of a movie or two, but then it's a completely different thing to completely rip it off altogether. And that's pretty much what this episode had done. It completely ripped off not just Inception, but also The Matrix in a huge way. I mean, when multiple versions of Chloe started showing up, I was thinking, okay, is it going to be Clark Kent versus 99 Chloe Sullivans? You know, he might as well have gotten changed into his long black trench coat with his black blur t-shirt and boots and don a pair of glasses, and then suddenly turn around and go, congratulations, let the games begin, kind of thing, you know. But I was also probably expecting at one point for Chloe to even turn Clark into Chloe and turn Lois into a copy of Chloe as well. Yeah. Overall, it was okay. Again, not the best. I've had a number of people tell me that they didn't think that much of it. As I say, for me, the only good thing about the episode was Chloe's return. It was good to see Allison Mack back and sporting a couple of guns again. And then we find out that she was actually working for, well, alongside Rick Flag and Deadshot. And do you know what? How awesome is Deadshot? Did you see the way he took out those two guys that were about to take out Chloe? Oh, the dude is awesome. I really wish that they'd used Deadshot more effectively this season, because the character, he's underrated. He's like Deadpool, but he is so underrated in DC Universe as far as I'm concerned. The guy, if you've read the comics that Deadshot is featured in, you know how awesome he is. But for me, I think the way that he just took out those two guys, just how the bullets pass Chloe's neck and then cross over to shoot the two guys, I was like, spot on, dude, absolutely spot on. At least they got one thing right. But yeah, so she's been working with Rick Flag and Deadshot, so I'm sure in time we'll know a bit more. And she did kind of explain to Clark why, kind of thing as well. But yeah, next week is Beacon, and that sees the return of Martha Kent, Annette O'Toole. Happy days. And of course the magnificent bastard himself, Lionel Luthor. John Glover, welcome back. Thank you everybody, and good night.